going to get rained on. Oh, the light's not great, but that's because it's the first day of autumn and it is raining and it is super cozy, and I am down here in the studio excited out of my mind. For those of you who've traveled with me through summer and listened to me whinging for the whole of summer, I apologize, and thank you for putting up with me and my complaints. But we're through those months now, and we're coming out the other end, and what a glorious, it's St. David's Day today too. So what a glorious introduction to autumn this day is. I'm in my Trekkie Dax and my old painting top. I've been working in the house, cozied in there. David's working on stuff as well. The cats are both inside because, you know, it's so wet. So we've all been snuggled up with coffee and fresh Danishes from the beautiful cafe down the street. So it's been a really lovely cozy Sunday. But the other thing that's really got me fired up is it's like this transition into a new season, and I feel like I've suddenly got more energy. So I am working on a project that I have wanted to do this for the longest time. And finally, I've started to pull together an outline for this gorgeous short book. And it's about creativity in your 50s. And it's sort of like, I've got a book, self-published book on Amazon, an indie book. I love saying indie, it makes me feel like I'm really cool, for children's authors called Semi Jump, and it's really popular, and it's a good little seller. It just keeps selling and people keep loving up on it, and so I'm really proud of that little book. But I've always wanted to do something that was more general and more about creativity. And so now that's what I'm doing. I've worked out the outline, I've worked out the chapter titles, everything's sort of coming together to write this book about creativity in your 50s. And it's not, it is a short book because I don't want anything heavy or weighty. I want it to be like See Me Jump. In See Me Jump, I say, let this little book be like a talisman, that you carry around with you and that you can dip in and out of whenever you're feeling that you're flagging and that kind of thing. And that will be what this one's like too, this creativity in your 50s. And I know that so many of you who watch this channel are really interested in that because you say so in the comments. You tell me that my channel makes you want to go out and create. It makes you want to do stuff. And I recognize that in you because I know what it's like as you get older, the pull towards creativity gets stronger. And we need to talk about it, and we need to celebrate it and embrace it and help each other with it because it's a big transition. So, and it's what I do, I'm a creativity coach. I can also, so I'll be able to draw. I'm drawing on all my own experience with creativity because I didn't come to creativity early. I didn't have my first children's book published until I was 40. And I certainly never looked at myself as creative right up until around those years. About 40 was when it really started to kick in for me. I wasn't the kid at school I was just trying to survive. Seriously, at school, my whole goal was to survive because I couldn't figure out the environment. Highly sensitive person, I know now, but back then in the 60s and 70s, there was no one thought about things like that. So for me, school was about survival, and it was certainly not about exploring creativity or it was just about keeping your head above water for me. I make it sound like it was really miserable, and it wasn't. It wasn't always miserable, but a lot of it was. Anyway, so yeah, creativity didn't come to me till late. I think maybe that's why I'm so passionate about it. I care so deeply about it. And so, yeah, so now I'm also a trained life coach, and creativity is my thing. And so I spend time in consultation with people who are tapping back into their creativity and wanting to explore it more deeply and wanting to understand it more and wanting to honor it and embrace it. And I see how society impacts on so many creative souls. And my goal is always to help them unravel that a little bit, and create openings for their creativity. So that's what this little book's all about. And I am loving writing it. It's just flowing, and yeah, it's just it's going to be available on the channel as a downloadable. So I'm not going to go through all that hoo-ha of putting it on Amazon and making it a print on demand and all that sort of stuff. It's just going to be a downloadable. That's another reason why I'm keeping it short. It's going to be an ebook, and maybe I'll make it a printable, like a print on demand, proper bound book at a later date. But right now, I just want to get it written and get it out there to all you guys that are interested in it. And that's what I'm doing. And it's just the perfect day for it, to be snuggled in here. I'm looking at Gladys. She's my almond tree out there, and she's just all, the cockatoos have been in and eaten all the almonds. and now she's just sitting there, just soaking up the rain. And yeah, I'll be able to share her spring glory with you eventually. But anyway, I'm getting away with myself here, but it's just lovely being hunkered down, having a beautiful project like this to work on, amongst the other things. Actually, in my membership, I've got a membership, in case you don't know. It's just a little creative group. There's 70 of us in there. And I noticed that there is a thread now forming around, somebody started talking about shiny object syndrome, which is something that we all grapple with. So I'll be keen to get in there tomorrow on Monday and have a look at that. I don't work on weekends, so I don't usually go into the membership over weekends, but occasionally something will pop up, in front of my eye. That's because we let a new member in, and I had to sort of go in there and have a look. Anyway, there is a thread about shiny object syndrome that one of the members has started, and I love that. That makes me very happy to see people discussing that, and I'll be interested to see what they have to say about that. I'm not sure if I will talk about that in the book, but yeah, just being immersed in creativity and people grappling with their creativity and loving it, and resenting it, and the inner critic and all that. It's what I've been doing for forever. Well, not forever, clearly not forever, but for a good 25 years, maybe 30 years. Anyway, it's all coming together in this little book. Very excited. Obviously, I'm drinking coffee because I'm talking a million miles an hour. But you know what? I need to get back to it. So I will do that. And I don't know where this is going to fit in my video, but that's not your problem, is it, my darling? See you again soon.
And again, I've written more about that over my Substack. So I definitely want to be rereading a lot of books, and especially those that give me those kind of nostalgic feels. So as I've already mentioned, I will be rereading Anne of Green Gables, which I last read 2 or 3 years ago. I first read when I was 12 years old, and I've come back to it as an adult and loved it even more. I'm sure many of you have heard of, read, seen people talk about Anne of Green Gables before. It's kind of a timeless classic, children's classic about
It's, what day is it? It's Tuesday. Hello. I'm still writing. Very boring to watch. I know. So, but you know, it's a bit of a frenzy. It's, what time is it? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. I've been at it since 8. I'm supposed to be at yoga this morning, but I actually skipped it, which is very rare for me. I'm very diligent. I really love yoga, but I just really am on a roll with this book, and I really want to get it finished. And when I say book, to me, it's like writing an exceptionally long blog post. You know, it's a micro book. So even that is making it a lot of fun, because I can see the end. You know, the end is nigh. So that's very motivating for me. I just realized I've got a dress on. I don't wear dresses very often. I'm not very comfortable in lots of fabric. But I just realized I kind of dress the same as the rabbit. Anyway, should we go up and get a coffee, do you think, Mr. Bunny? I think so. I think we should go up and get a coffee. And hey, welcome to the new subscribers. There's quite a few new subscribers, and I just love watching the channel grow and seeing new subscribers, and I love talking to you. And someone was surprised the other day when I answered a comment, but I always answer comments. Like, why wouldn't I? That's just, you talk, I talk. So we all, you talk, I talk, we all talk. Clearly I'm in need of a coffee and a little break. I'm writing creativity prompts here too, and they are so much fun to write, and you know, they take me back and they make me think of different things that I've done over the years. And so I share all that in the little book. But you know, I was remembering, I don't know, do you remember varnished bread? In the 80s, we used to all decorate, or a lot of us did. A lot of us got caught up in the trend, decorating with varnished bread. Kooky, hey? Anyway, there's creativity for you. You can't trust it. It'll lead you astray every time. All right, I'm off to get a coffee. I'm actually going to get a medium, like a big one, because that's what I feel like this morning. All right, and I promised myself I will do some yoga later this afternoon, but not in this silly dress. All right, I'll see you again on another day, maybe this afternoon. I've got something to go with my coffee. It's enormous. An escargot. Some lady in the bakery said, like one of the customers said, "Isn't that snails?" And I said, "Yes, I'm buying a fake snail." Again, I'll eat it in 3 sessions. It's so big. Can you see my cracked rear vision mirror there? I need to get that fixed. It got shattered in a hailstorm. Hailstones were like the size of golf balls. It was amazing. Anyway, that's not recent though, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. That was ages ago. Yeah, I just haven't got it fixed yet. Oops. That beeping's not the fuel being low. That's beeping is hysterical because I'm parked next to a rosemary bush. Hold on, I'll move the car. I'm wondering, are you a person who drives with the fuel light on? I am. We had this conversation in one of my Facebook groups once. It was so funny. It was like a big division between those who are really diligent and make sure they keep enough petrol in the car, and those of us who always run right on low and take foolish risks. I'm one of those people. I kind of know how far I can go when the red light's on. Now I know that I can safely drive from Castlemaine to Maldon with the fuel light on. Yeah, and it really freaks David out. So that's another thing I have to do today, is go up and get some petrol. Okay, I'm going to take that up to the studio now and get stuck into chapter 5 of my creativity book. But first I need to put my giant snail in a safe place. Oh, shop. Cake tin, perfect. That was from Christmas. My daughter-in-law gave me a Christmas cake in that. That's a great little tin. I tell you, total yum. I think I need to eat my escargot here at the other table rather than at the desk, because my keyboard is so dirty, and it's, you know, it's just got gunge all over it, because I'm always eating and typing at the same time, and, you know, I have sticky fingers, and I get makeup on it as well. I'm not sure how, but, you know, bits of lipstick and stuff get on it. Anyway, so I should just try and yum. I should try and eat not at the keyboard. I think I'll have to edit this, sorry. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say to you, dear viewer, is that I'm thinking about getting Procreate and having a play. I've been dead again it, mainly because I love, oh look, just right here, there's pencils. Yeah, I love art supplies, and I love playing with, and I feel like, you know, one of the major parts of arts is actually getting familiar with your tools, but I guess Procreate is just another tool. So that will mean, so Procreate itself is only like, not a big commitment, is it? It's like $12.99 or something US, I think. But catch is I'd have to buy an iPad because I don't have an iPad. Anyway, I've been researching iPads. Apparently the storage is what makes it more expensive, the more storage you've got. I don't know, I'm just thinking about, it'd be nice to be able to do little illustrations on Procreate. And, you know, I've really got my fingers crossed for this junior fiction story that is with a publisher at the moment, and she's actually traveling in the US at the moment. She's going to be reading it while she's over there, and I'm really hopeful that she will go with it, and then my next step is to put myself forward as the illustrator for it. And that would be black and white illos. I showed you some of those, you know, mock-ups and ideas that I'm playing with. I showed you that in the last video. I'll link that down below in case you're interested in illustrating and those sorts of things. But yeah, and I just thought, if I were to sign that up, I've got a lot of projects on and things going on, and it might be, I might end up being a bit overwhelmed. But if I've got Procreate and I can do all the drawings in there, because as I said, they're black and white, so it might move things along more quickly, and There'll be other steps that would be skipped too, like all the scanning, and because you know it's already in the computer. Anyway, I need to think it through, don't I? I've noticed in my email that another 2 manuscripts have come in for me to assess as well, so the work is mounting. But I am determined to get this video done. Shameful, isn't it? I will clean it. Actually, now that I've shamed myself, I'm going to clean it. Hi. It is Wednesday at about 12:15. Oh, it's later than I thought. I'm here. I'm in the dining room writing at the moment, but I'm just sending the first few chapters to print because I'm at that stage where I've really got the fidgets and I need to change location. That happens all the time when I'm writing. I really recognize it in my body. I don't force myself to sit and work when I start to get the fidgets. I just know it's not a call to stop writing. It's just a call to change positions, environments. So, but I'm also at that point in the manuscript where it's all scrambled in my head now, and looking at it on screen doesn't help. I need physical copy to work with. So I'm printing out the first few chapters, and I'm going to take them downtown with me to a little cafe and sit there, and the hustle and bustle and noise of the cafe will really help me to focus, which is a very odd thing, but it's pretty common with lots of writers. White noise can be really, really helpful at times. Nothing's permanent. Nothing's a permanent one ring to rule them all kind of situation, I find, when it comes to writing. But definitely shifting up the space and the environment and moving when your body gets the fidgets is really helpful. So that's what I'm about to do. Oh, and also I'm sort of pushing myself today because I don't think I'm going to get any writing done tomorrow because the wool shop opens again tomorrow, and I need to open early because there's got a whole heap of women coming on in that are on retreat. So I need to get everything sort of sorted because I haven't worked for over a month. So I need to reacquaint myself with the space. So I'll get in early, I'll open early. And then I actually have to leave a little bit early, like 10 minutes early, because then straight after that, I've got a publishing meeting with my publisher and a new editor who I haven't worked with before, and the illustrator of my picture book that's coming up next year. But this is our first sort of team meeting. So that's tomorrow as well. So I'm not predicting any great works of writing is going to come out of me tomorrow. By the time that's all over, I can't possibly write with a tired mind. It's just not, I have to work when I'm peaking in terms of writing. So so I don't think I'll get much done tomorrow. So today is go, go, go. That was really successful. Car's stinking hot. All right, but I got a lot done. I got like a lot of editing done and a lot of structural kind of stuff done. So that was really successful outing. I didn't film because filming in the cafes sometimes feels weird. I've come outside to hello. Say hello. No pussy. To repot some bulbs because I was getting stir crazy in there. You know what writing's like after a while, you just can't do anymore. What do you think, Harry? You pot. The main plant's up there outside the witchy cottage with that aloe vera that also needs repotting. But for now, so we get more chance of some flowers if we repot, break these up. I don't even know what this plant is. It's a brom something or other, I think. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. I bought it just at a, you know, like a swap meet thing from someone's garden. So it never had a tag on it, but it has a beautiful long bluey mauvey flower. So yeah, anyway. Gonna do a wee, Harry. No, I think he's just having fun clawing the dirt. That's the remains of the flower. So it was still flowering, but I just think it's not happy because it's just multiplying up there in that pot. It needs some space to breathe, like we all do. It's been a big day. I'm just in from the wool shop and then I've had a meeting. I literally had, I had 5 minutes to get from the wool shop to the studio and yeah, to have the publishing meeting. That was with HarperCollins. That was for my new picture book that's coming out next year, in case you don't know about that one. Yeah, so it's been a really busy day and this has been a really long video, so thank you if you got to the end. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I will wind it up here and say goodbye, and I will be back next week with another call from home. All right, until then, take good care wherever you are. I'll see you soon. Bye.